Welcome, angry faithful. Today on Psychos and Sociopaths, we're going to talk about David Parker Ray, aka the Toy Box Killer. Now, the reason why he's called the Toy Box Killer is because he had a trailer and he was a mobile rapist, torturer, killer, but he never got convicted of any kind of killings. That's one of the strange things about this. He got convicted of rape. He got convicted of torture and kidnapping. Why is it not doing this? But he was never convicted of he was zero murder convictions, but he possibly did. He was suspected of 60 murders but 3 tortured and survived sorry. 3 victims were tortured and survived. And the whole reason why he got caught is because one of the victims ran away and found a mobile home, and she busted in the mobile home, and it started getting everything to where he got imprisoned in 1999.
Soundproofing can you hear me now? It's
Yeah, I can hear you
soundproofing a semi-trailer, which he called his toy box.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about the toy box on this one. But he's one of those people that he was
sexually abuses victims, sometimes involving his dog or his wife, who participated willingly in her husband's crimes.
See, this is the reason why. That was another reason why I thought it was more or less like a
Ken and Barbie kind of thing.
Yeah, but he was the only one convicted on this.
Well, it's because he didn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, he was a mobile killer. So
yeah,
gotta fix this thing. Hold on. There we go. Yes, there. I thought I set everything up just right, and apparently I didn't, because I'm having like weird area problems where I can't like move stuff in a certain direction, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I didn't set up my feng shui just right. But anyways, what was strange about David? Well, it's not really strange. It's David Ray Parker, or David Parker Ray. God,
not to be confused with Johnny Ray.
Yeah, Johnny Ray. But he was one of those people that ended up getting shunned by his parents, and his grandparents ended up raising him, and his grandparents were supposedly very devout in their Catholic or Christian belief, to where and the grandfather was one of those people that is like, you grow up tough. And he said he was abused, but it would probably be abused nowadays. But it's one of those things. It was part of the time frame type deal.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching an interview. Let me see if they have it on this, because what he ended up doing, it's not showing. He would literally tell his victims, hey, I'm going to drug you up, sodium pentothal, and hold on, let's get our Stephen Hawking voice up.
Phenobarbital.
Phenobarbital. And he would tell him, is like, hey, I'm going to drug you up. I'm going to tie you up to where your legs are spread out, hands are open, and I'm going to do horrible things to you. I'm going to torture you. I'm going to rape you. I'm going to do this stuff. And apparently he got the dog involved too. That's one some sicko. But Ray posed as a this is through the courts. Ray posed as an undercover police officer and approached Cynthia Virgil in the parking lot. He told her that she was under arrest for soliciting or of prostitution, and handcuffed her. He put her in his trailer and took her to the Elephant Boodle. Is that how you say that? Booty. It's literally
Elephant Butte.
Butte.
Yeah. Butte. You know, like Butte, Montana.
My brain is going to like butt. Elephant butt. But it's Butte.
Butte.
Language is not my first one. After 3 days of captivity, Virgil escaped from from the trailer at Elephant Butte on March 22, 1999. To escape, she waited until Ray had gone to work and then unlocked her chains. Ray's accomplice, Cindy Handy, like Hedy Lamour.
Hetty? It's not Hetty, it's Headley.
Henley.
You didn't pay. Okay.
No, I got it. I was
Okay.
doing the same joke at the same time. Had left the keys on a nearby table before going to another room to speak to someone on the telephone. After Virgil got the keys, had he noticed that Virgil attempt to escape, and a fight ensued. During the struggle,
Ensued. The word is ensued.
Ensued. Better.
Yes.
During the
That's been more than
struggle,
5 minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
during the struggle, Henley broke a lamp on. Headley broke a lamp on the survivor's head, but Virgil unlocked her chains and stabbed Headley with the neck and with an ice pick. Headley fell to the floor and Virgil escaped. She fled while wearing only a iron slave collar and a padlock chains. Basically, she was running around butt naked. She ran down the road seeking help, which she got from a nearby homeowner who took her in, confronted her, and called the police. Her escape led officials to the trailer and exignated the capture of Ray and his accomplices.
Yes, yeah. He comforted her, called the police, and helped instigate the capture of Ray and his accomplices. I just feel like busting your balls today.
It's okay.
Police stopped Ray and Hendy, and Ray was taken to jail after the publicity surrounding the arrest. Another victim, Monica Montano, came forward. She told a similar story and said that she had reported the incident to police, but there had been no follow-up. He had a video. Ray had a video of another victim, Kelly Garrett, also called Kelly Van Cleve, which dated from 1996. Garrett ultimately was found in Colorado alive after police identified a tattoo on her ankle. She later testified that she had gotten into a fight with her husband and decided to spend the night playing pool with friends. And on July 24th of 96, Ray's daughter, Jessie, who knew Garrett, took her to the Blue Water Saloon in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. How is that for one hell of a town name, right?
Well,
Truth or Consequences.
that's the whole reason why I talked to a friend of mine, Candy, about this, because she lived in New Mexico and then she moved to Texas, and I asked her about that whole reason why that name is there is because there was a game show called Truth or Consequences, and they did this whole promotion thing is like, hey, who would name their town Truth or Consequences, the name of the show, and we'll do a show there. So that's how that happened.
All right, so they drugged her. They drugged the beer she was drinking. Garrett had walked to the parking lot when she suffered a blow from behind, which knocked her unconscious. Ray took her to his trailer and attached a dog collar and a leash to her neck. Garrett woke up but blacked out several times, including during the 2 days of torture and drugging. During this time, Ray noticed that she was breathing and slashed open her throat. Thinking that he had killed her, he dumped her beside a roadside near Caballo. She was later treated for her injuries at a local clinic. Neither her husband nor the police believed her story. Her husband believed that she had been cheating on him the night that she was attacked. He sued for divorce and Garrett moved to Colorado. Why? I'm
That's some
telling you
fucked
what.
up shit.
You want to talk about when it all came out and that she was telling them the truth. How big of an asshole he had to feel like. All right, so um later she was interviewed on cold case files about her ordeal. The two other accomplices were uncovered by the investigation: Glenda Jean, Jessie Ray, which is Ray's daughter, and Dennis Yancey. Yancey admitted to strangling his former girlfriend, Marie Parker, after Ray had kidnapped and tortured her. Yancey was convicted of second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and was sentenced to 15-year prison terms. After that murder, Ray allegedly admitted to having an accomplice named Billy Bowers, a previous business partner whom Ray also murdered. The FBI sent 100 agents to examine Ray's property and surroundings, but no identifiable human remains were found. To prevent women from reporting the crimes, Ray had drugged them with agents to induce amnesia. He made a tape recording of himself telling one woman that the drugs were sodium pentanol and phenobarbital, or
Phenobarbital. That
hold
goddamn
on, phenon or phenobarbital. There we go. That's what I'm going with.
femur barbital.
Barbital. Okay. Thank you, Stephen Hawking. One woman remained uncertain that her recollections of the abuse were anything but nightmares until she was contacted by the FBI. After questioning, she came to remember the mistreatment in increasing detail. During the trial, a decision was made to try the cases involving Ray's attacks in 3 trials: one for his acts against Cynthia Virgil, one for the attack against Angelica Montano, and one for those against Garrett. Trial 1 resulted in a mistrial and retrial, with a conviction in the retrial on all 12 counts. Montano died before trial number 2, and there was no conviction. Ray agreed to a plea bargain in which he was sentenced in 2001 to 224 years in prison for numerous offenses in the abduction and sexual torture of 3 young women at his Elephant Butte Lake home. Ray's daughter, Glenda Jean, or Jessie Ray, was also tried on charges of kidnapping. She was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison, with an additional 5 years to be served on probation. In 1999, accomplice Dennis Roy Yancey was convicted of the strangulation murder of Marie Parker in Elephant Butte, which Ray recorded in 2010. Yancey was paroled after serving 11 years in prison, but the release was delayed by difficulties negotiating for a plan for residence. 3 months after his release, Yancey was charged with violating his parole. He was remanded to custody, where he is to remain until 2021, which was last year, to serve the rest of his original sentence. In 2000, Cindy Hendy, an accomplice who testified against Ray, received a sentence of 36 years in her role for the crimes. She was scheduled to receive parole in 2017. She was released on July 15th, 2019, after serving 2 years, serving the 2 years of her parole in prison. On May 28th, 2002, Ray was taken to the Lee County Correctional Facility in Hobbs, New Mexico, to be questioned by state police. He died of a heart attack before the interrogation took place. That's
See
kind
that?
of a lack. That's kind of a lackluster ending to that whole thing. I mean, um, anticlimactic, I guess,
Yeah,
would be
and
a better term.
there's actual pictures of the actual toy box killer semi truck.
Yeah.
It's It is so weird. And it's basically the torture portion of it, I guess. I mean, there's a mattress in the back, all kinds of chains and paddles and other stuff in there. And there's a seat that looks like it can roll up, like move forward or something like that, to where I guess that's where they chain them at. And it's just, from what I gathered from some of the research I did on researched on it, I think he also has a sign up there that says Satan's Den. But from what the FBI said, there was like $100,000 worth of S&M stuff in there.
Would you like to see my game room? Oh, do you have an Xbox or a PlayStation?
But I mean, it has a what this whole makeshift torture chamber has like a stove, a sink, all the necessities you need. Kind of I guess a bookshelf type deal thing in there. But it was more or less a mobile torture chamber. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Dude. Dude, hold on. Let me see if I can visit this, and I'll send you the actual just picture of it. Okay, here we go. No. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Let me send this. I have to do some. Let's see if I can send you a picture of it. There we go. There we go. I guess this is one of the torture devices. No, I cannot put this on YouTube, but I can describe it in little ways. It looks like a dildo with copper wirings around it. Oh, they had tampons too, just in case they almost bleeded out. What the hell is that thing? I mean, am I looking at it the way I'm supposed to be looking at it? It's like a dildo with like copper wires around it.
I don't know, and I don't want to.
But they had like straps, collars, all kinds of stuff. Okay. The large dildo that Ray referred to, 8 of 20 in the introductory audio tapes. DNA evidence recovered from the device, which matched the victims who had escaped. So he basically, oh my God. Oh, okay. So the chair that was in the center of this whole thing, it was more or less like a gynecologist doctor's thing.
So he had him in stirrups while he was abusing them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that changes the whole complexity of the case. I say that the guy was in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Woke ass people be emailing us, sending me hate. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that you would insinuate.
Well, no, you know what's really strange?
Pump the brakes there, Stephanie.
You know it's really strange when I start doing like the talking to women about the serial killers. It's totally opposite. If we say, oh, maybe they were just mistreated or something like that, most of the women just go, it's like, you're totally right. I think he was mistreated. What the fuck? They found all the evidence and everything like that, and they just go on.
Fix him.
Yeah, it basically it fucking flips my. Men do it too, but we stop caring probably about 38, or we just go, fuck, I can't fix shit. I'm fucking more. But every woman, I mean, I've talked to this one chick, freaking gorgeous, okay? What turned me off on her was the fact is like, yeah, I just did an episode with my dad of Charles Manson on our serial killer podcast. She's like, oh, he could be fixed. And if you're listening to us,
chemically and surgically, yeah, he could.
and if you're listening to us on the podcast channels, basically what I did was I slowly sipped my coffee and looked blankly into the camera and wide-eyed and amazed how stupid some of these people are. I just don't get it. I don't get the fathom of depths of thinking of. I mean, how desperate and lonely do you have to be to actually think that you can fix something like that?
You really want me to answer that question?
And you already did it, and I did too.
I mean, we've both been with and have been left by women who left us for those types of people. So
yeah, and they wonder where they messed up. Hold on. Let's bring up the scroll of
and now
truth.
it is not to say that I put this. It is not to say that we were that I mean, I'm a firm believer that anybody who's ever left us was not the one that God intended for us to have.
Oh, I'm totally with you on that one.
Okay, there we go.
There's certain women that it's like, oh, she seems pretty decent and everything like that. Well, I'll go ahead and talk with her, and then she just drops me. I'm like, oh, that's like the chick that was supposed to. We were supposed to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife this week, and she was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it anymore. I was like, okay, well, but it was one of those things. It's at that time frame in the relationship where we're just talking and everything. So they drop it off.
There's no investment there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I spent $4 on her, so I didn't expect that much big of an investment on her.
How much was her OnlyFriends subscription?
Oh no, not that one.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, $4? I'm like, good Lord. I mean, most of the time now, unless like they're the high dollar ones, you'll see like, you can subscribe for free, but then like all of their DM packages that they send you are the ones that drain you dry, both figuratively and literally.
Dude, even the subscriptions for like Bang Bus and stuff like that, and they go, oh, it's only like $1 for 3 days. And as soon as you put their thing in, they already charge you the full amount. From my friends.
Yeah, these are all of these statements and instances, and then you hear my dog in the back. Shut up, dog.
I like your dog. Shut up.
Yeah, my dog is cool. He's just not a dog. I mean, he's not a real dog. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he's a real dog.
He's a rat with good PR.
Yes, he is a rat with good PR. But then my brain just goes.
Yeah.
Anyways, stay off of OnlyFriends, people.
Smoley friends. Oscar Foxtrot.
Oscar Foxtrot. Stay away from Oscar Foxtrot. It's no good. I mean,
what's really interesting about this case though is you very rarely do you see like certain serial killers have like backup people to help you out. It's like
that's true.
I mean, we did one last week with the Ken and Barbie killers, but I've also it's another thing. I mean, even his fucking daughter. What kind of fucked up family? It's like, hey, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, you're raping and torturing her? Can I try?
Well, it was either that or she ended up on a pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know,
quite literally, it would probably be like Vlad the Impaler type pole too. Not the spinny round pole.
okay. Yeah. All right. I'll allow that. I'll allow that one. Like, holy crap. Okay.
I mean, if you think about it,
Well,
with
yeah,
these
sure.
type
If
of
you,
guys,
yeah, yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. Think about it.
but
Do you not have a joke this week, Colin?
Colin doesn't have a joke this week. Because if I
Colin
do
is
that,
experiencing one of many growth spurts during the adolescent years.
oh, okay. Those things hurt.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I
And
still
now, and
what's
now we just have joint pain.
every once in a while I still have growth spurts for some reason.
That's got a lot to do with your position in the bed, the blood pressure, and the morning fairy coming across and sprinkling dust.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, those are the only growth spurts that you should be experiencing at this point in your life.
Uh, is there like any kind of traps you can get set for those fairies or something like that?
Okay,
Because
Colin
they
has a
hurt.
joke. All right, here it
Okay.
comes, everybody. All right, so this is our weekly psychos and sociopaths jokes with my son, Colin. Get in the shot.
Tried phone sex once, but the holes were too small.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I've got something for that. There we go. You got the laugh track, bud.
It's almost as bad as uh what was it?
Okay, hold on. He has another one.
Okay.
I have to do the intro on this one here. And now, deep thoughts with my 12-year-olds. No, you know what? I'm going to do a better one than that because that one might be trademarked by Saturday Night Live. You know, Deep Thoughts with Jack Hanley.
Yeah.
And now, intellectual ramblings with my son, Colin. You got to get over here, bud.
Life is a lot like a penis. Simple, soft, straight, relaxed, and hanging freely. Then a woman makes it hard.
It's not as bad as one if a deaf person's giving you a hand job, it's still considered a oral. I mean, think about it.
I still want to know what what it sounds like when a deaf person has an orgasm.
Oh, watch what was it? I hope they serve beer in hell.
Okay.
That first scene.
Okay. I'm now slightly intrigued. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the first scene and everything like that. It's so fun. Cause think about it this way. They can't hear themselves screaming. So they can't judge how soft they need to be. So they're possibly yelling like they're being tortured.
All right. I'm going to tell this joke because I don't want to get drug into a courtroom because my son told a joke like this. What's the difference between anal and oral sex?
The process of the food.
Oral sex makes your day. Anal sex makes your whole week.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get that one.
Reagan.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Me and Maria were talking about that because we were talking about our super fan. Every once in a while, our super fan goes on long trucks on the highways of the United States, and every once in a while, she needs, instead of talking to herself, she wants to talk to an actual human. So she'll call one of us up, and we were talking about some of the, because she got into our top secret group chat. I finally put her in our top secret group chat,
Yeah.
and I sent her a video, and she's like, "Oh, that's cute little doorways and whatnot of it's cute little doorways, secret passages and everything." It's like, Maria, look at the video again, starting out. She's like, "What are you talking? Oh my god!" I mean, literally, it was like, I guess it was like an ornament, or it could have been a butt plug about that big. I mean, it legitimately looked like a butt plug. She's like, that would rip you apart. I was like, weren't we talking about someone farting after having something like that in them?
You know, they make dildos now that look like anime tentacles, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently that's a pretty popular genre from what I understand.
Anime porn for
Yeah.
tentacle porn. Well,
Yeah.
okay. There's a reason for that, though. The reason, this is kind of weird treks I go on the internet highways.
The
The reason,
interwebs.
interwebs, yeah. The reason why there's tentacle porn is because in Japan they're not allowed to show the genital areas. They can show tits, they can show ass, but they can't show the butthole or the vag or the penis. It has to be shaded out. The workaround is octopuses and stuff like that, to where they can go in. So that's where it came from, tentacle porn. Why I know this is beyond me, but I do. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of the show with the tentacle porn thing. I'm David Dickerman,
I'm Johnny Skelton.
and thank you for watching Psychos and Sociopaths. Thank you very much, people. Boom.